We're live. Week 18. Welcome. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Week 18. That's amazing. December's running so fast.
Yeah.
Really fast.
20, what is it? 52 weeks in a year. So week 22, 23.
Yeah.
Whoa, I got ads coming up on my video. Would make us halfway through the year. So we're getting pretty close.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's gone fast.
And we've been here for over 10 months now. So we didn't do a sort of our big 1 month, but we will be doing that in the new year. So so in the new year we'll do a 11-month live that you can all a question and answer.
Yeah. So we're excited about that, which is really cool.
So welcome.
Yes, welcome.
It's hot. Summer's coming. It's wonderful. Love it.
I actually felt quite cool this morning. Did you notice that?
Yeah, actually, before we did yoga, it was a little bit chilly.
Right.
This afternoon, it's been hot.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, go for it.
Awesome. Remember, please subscribe to our email list on either our website or Twitter to win one of two things, a 45 3-minute call with us. And we were stoked. We got a response to our last giveaway, which was awesome. Thanks, guys. We're looking forward to that call.
Yep.
And we are also giving away the Finca Campo Bello giveaway.
2 nights accommodation. That's 2 nights accommodation, a coffee tour, a volcano tour, includes your food. I mean, and it's such a beautiful, seriously peaceful place. Stunning.
Yeah.
So you do need to have joined our newsletter. We will be sharing a one of our
tweet and Instagram. And remember, please need to share those on your accounts. Retweet them. Or repost them on your story. Thank you.
Yes.
And I'm going to change the last item on here. Website, I went and added a recommended reading list, and I am going to tidy that up a little bit more, and then we're going to promote it because the books about not just Bitcoin, but the sovereign individual lifestyle and what we're doing. Yes. And it's largely what's actually inspired us to do what we do in the world.
Yeah. So they're really good reads. Even non-Bitcoiners, to be honest, I think if you're wanting to sort of really maybe get a little bit of understanding of just being a sovereign individual, I think that's a big one.
Yeah.
It's great. And then there's some really the Bitcoin books going from the basic to more in depth, which is awesome. So yeah.
I'm bringing the microphone closer just in case you guys can't hear us.
All right. So let's get started.
Shall I start with Monday? Because I wrote it.
You do Monday.
And I asked Nicki, what have you written here? And she goes, you wrote that, James. And I'm like, okay, I'll take responsibility.
Go
So, but she reminded me why I wrote it. So I've written here, finding creative ways to move money in Bitcoin. And part of the discussion that came up this week was challenges with getting money out of the Chivo ATM. We haven't experienced that. We've had no problems, which has been great. But we know some people have. And we take cash out of the Chivo ATM occasionally because we need to pay for things with cash. So when we go to the Mercados, we need to buy our vegetables. And we had somebody who wanted to do a cash trade. So just doing things like that to try and avoid centralized systems because peer-to-peer can sometimes be a lot more reliable and trustworthy. So that was interesting. We had some lovely guests for lunch on Monday as well, and they were quite impressed with our little Nicki's our chef. She does a fantastic job of creating yummy food, yummy healthy food. And then we had our weekly live video as well, so it was good.
I know it was good. It was actually a spontaneous Monday, which was nice. It
was.
Yeah. Tuesday. Okay. Wow. Tuesday was big. Tuesday was a big day.
Yeah.
So had to go and do our normal sort of bi-weekly. It was actually, we hadn't been up there for about 3, maybe even 4 weeks to San Salvador. So we went up for a big trip, and we were also filming everybody that we spoke to or we purchased from to see if they would accept Bitcoin. So that was really good. So the first thing we did, of course, is we did have to go and pay our rent. So we had the cash to do that. Unfortunately, our landlord won't accept Bitcoin as payment. Yet. One day. Yeah, one day. So we did have to go to the bank to deposit the money into her bank account. But that went pretty smooth and pretty quick.
Yeah.
We then went, which is a really good thing. We actually went to go and catch or to pop into the
Casa del Bitcoin by
Casa del
Paxful
Bitcoin,
House.
yeah, the Paxful House one. And we were on our way, and we had it in Google Maps, and we're going, this isn't right. And so they have actually shifted. So just to be aware that they have shifted. So because they had shifted and we were sort of going, oh, this is not going to work. So we ended up, our main reason for going there was actually to go and buy some of Jorge's Cheriote coffee. Because we go and every time we go up, we go and get our sort of stack of coffee from him. So he has now got his Cheriote.
Well, can I just, before we move on to the coffee, so just on that point, Casa del Bitcoin have moved and their new location is on Google Maps. So you want to go to the new location, and it's close to the Bitcoin landing spot, which is all in Escalon area.
Yeah. So anyway, so we went. So what Jorge is now doing, because he used to be at the old La Casa del Bitcoin, so he has now got his Cheriote cafe, his Cheriote truck.
Yeah.
He's got this cool old truck. It is a Salvadorian made vehicle, and he's created it into a coffee cart. So he is now going around different businesses, and he has it actually out, and so great morale for your business. So say if you're sort of wanting to do something a little bit different for your staff, he will come and be there for the morning. So if they want to go down and order coffee, and he always has his quesadilla, which is beautiful, and some biscuits, and you can go and buy coffee, hot coffee, and you can also buy your coffee beans. So
if you want a coffee truck to come to your business or event, get in touch with Jorge.
Yes,
He's looking for cool locations and things to support.
We forgot to put the cup up.
Oh, we did forget the cup.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll remember
next week.
Yeah. So that took us time, and it was really good catching up with Jorge. He's always great to catch up with. So the next thing.
Well, I actually tried to pay with a new wallet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I love testing Bitcoin Lightning wallets. I'm on a couple of. I got a lot happened this week with Bitcoin Lightning wallets, but I discovered a couple of bugs that the developers didn't know existed, and they're like, no, that should work, and I'm like, it doesn't work. So I'm in there supporting them and giving them feedback on that,
which is really good.
We paid with Bitcoin.
Yeah, we paid with Bitcoin. We bought our coffee, and we bought coffee for the security guard and our quesadillas, and so that paid with Bitcoin. Awesome. So after we did that, we took off to the biscuit factory. Because we've been there once before, and we actually went to the second biscuit factory, and we had a beautiful lunch there. And then the one thing that we did ask about is, did they accept Bitcoin, and said no, they don't. We also asked our waitress if she would accept Bitcoin as a tip, and she didn't have a Bitcoin wallet, and she wasn't prepared to download one at this point in time.
We did our best.
So we did that.
Yeah.
And then we caught up with some friends at Price Smart, and we went on a little road trip up to Lago de Ilapango, which was just absolutely beautiful. I'm actually, just blown away about how beautiful the lake is. And yes, there's a bit of traffic to get to it, but it's actually pretty close to it's just out of San Salvador. It's a crater lake. The water all seemed very, very clean. So we had a bit of explore, looked at a few properties there, had a bit of a look around.
Yep.
So that was great. After that, we went back down to Price Smart to do our shop, and we asked if they accepted Bitcoin, and they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was great. So we ended up paying with Bitcoin. They used
So we didn't realize this because they don't advertise it, but Price Smart will accept on-chain transactions using Athena, and Athena are actually one of the biggest Bitcoin vending machines outside of Chivo here in El Salvador.
Yeah.
So you can pay, but you'll have to wait. Maybe
it does take a little bit of it was a bit slower, but hopefully that the education and things will start moving that through. But it was really good to be able to do that because it just means it's cash that we don't need to come up with now.
Yeah. There was no Lightning transaction; it had to be on-chain.
Yep.
That was the speed issue.
Yep. We then went to Walmart, did our thing at Walmart, accept Bitcoin. Went to a petrol station to fill up a car.
Oh, that was funny.
And then we asked if they accepted Bitcoin, and they did. They said, yes, we've got the Chivo wallet. So they brought along, after we filled up, a card with a whole lot of different payment schedules, and they had the QR code for the Chivo wallet. Now, I'm going to pass you on to James because he's kind of got this all.
I'm going to keep it simple. If you want to know what happened there, basically there's a little video on my Twitter thread, but it's buried away. It's the attendant was confused between the Chivo app and accepting Bitcoin. So Chivo have actually reached out to us based on that, and I'm talking to them about education and making things better,
Yes.
which is cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chivo. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, that's really great. And then we headed home, and it was dark by the stage.
Oh.
And we saw the lights for the first time. So on the Surf City Highway, they've put up poles, I'm going to say every 10 metres. Would it be close to? Maybe every 20 metres.
20 metres, yeah.
And they're amazing. They're solar powered. They have got street lights, but they've also got the blue, the blue, white, and blue as if it's the flag. So when you're driving through, it's really stunning. It is really, really stunning. We've been watching those poles get put up for quite some time, and we were going, what are they doing? We couldn't kind of quite work it. We thought they were just going to be flag poles, but they're really impressive.
The funny thing is we were like, I wonder if they'll put flags in for like the entry.
Yeah.
And what they've ended up doing is the pole itself appears to be fluorescent, so they might have some LEDs inside the pole. And when you drive fast enough, and not that we're driving fast enough, it was just the video that we saw from Kelly. The lights blur and they actually look like a flag, which is really cool.
It is. It's really effective, and it's solar powered, so it's not taking on the energy. So great system.
It was very cool.
So that was Tuesday. So it was massive. Okay, James.
Wednesday. I'm going to keep this one short. So on Wednesday, we basically had a day where we caught up on work a whole heap. And then we had a online meeting with EBOOK Mercado, and they are originally a Salvadoran startup, and they are more of a merchant platform. So we had a chat with them, which was really interesting.
Yes.
And that'll be some interesting content to come out later. Then in the afternoon, we had another meeting, and we had an awesome interview with Mike from Bitcoin Beach.
We did.
We were so stoked to get an invite and to go along. So that will be coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Yes. Yeah. So
really
that's his podcast, YouTube. Yeah. So the Bitcoin Beach one.
Yes.
So that's coming out. So that's really exciting.
He has an amazing studio. The house is amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We felt very privileged to be able to go along and take part in that.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mike. Thank you, Bitcoin Beach. And we're looking forward to seeing that come out and the other interviews that are going to happen there. We're watching Mike's Twitter, and we see him. He just had Noor from Galloy, who were the organizers for adopting BTC, and they do a whole heap of things for the Bitcoin Beach wallet. Yeah. So that's exciting too.
Yeah.
Wednesday. And we did classic Salvadoran dinner.
Yep.
Pupusas.
Yes. So we had to go to a new place because it was late at night and everything else had shut. So we found one in the roadside stall that was obviously feeding all the truckers as they drove by.
Yes.
But it was good. Yeah. Okay.
Good pupusas.
Yeah. So,
they didn't accept Bitcoin. It was a shame.
No. So Thursday, I got a couple of girls who live nearby. We now are doing a yoga every morning at 7 o'clock outside now, a little patio. It's just beautiful. So it's a really great way to start the morning. So I'm really enjoying that. We signed up to an Amazon affiliated program, which is good. So we're just sort of working on ways of different forms of income streams for ourselves. And then our lovely friends Frankie and Alex from F&A Van Life put out their video. Now they've now put another one out today. So they've put out 4 videos on El Salvador as they travel through. So what they're doing is they're doing 9 countries in 9 months. They have now put out their 4th video here in El Salvador. Really great. I mean, these guys are great. YouTubers. Yeah. YouTubers are just really, I'd just love to be as good as them. Really would. I love their content, and it's really good. But they've got some really interesting stuff about El Salvador. and they put out the one that we worked through and did with them. We were going through the Mercados and we're looking at different places that accepted Bitcoin, and we had a bit of discussion about why we're here, why why Bitcoin is important. So great video to watch, and there are other videos. So if you haven't signed up to them, absolutely I recommend you do that.
Yep.
Then we went salsa dancing, and so it's so good. Salsa dancing's back on, so we're going every Thursday, loving it. We've got a night social on the 30th of December, so we're actually practicing a little, I don't know whether it's going to be a flash mob or something, I don't know, but it's yeah.
I need to practice it. It's a bit more complicated than what I'm used to.
It's fun. It's really good. So and then we had one of our Bitcoin friends came for the first time, and it was really nice to see him turn up and outside his comfort zone, and it was really cool. And he's going to come back, so that's really good.
Yes.
And then we had our normal dinner at Mashante, which is a typical just after salsa. We'll have a bite to eat there. We can pay with Bitcoin. And James, what did you do?
I orange pill the staff. What else would you do?
So he put a little feelers in last week, and then he actually orange pilled her.
Yeah, so
so it was really cool.
Yeah, that was. So how I did that with the staff is I actually give them my wallet so they can pay my bill for me, and they were quite impressed at how quick the Lightning payment was, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then so we did that last week, and then this week what we actually did is we gave them one of them had downloaded a wallet. So I tipped her some Satoshis, fractions of a Bitcoin, into her wallet, and she was like, "Wow, so I'm a Bitcoiner," and it's like, yeah, that was her first Bitcoin. So
yeah,
that was cool.
That's really cool. I think they'll look forward to us coming back next week or this week, so they can learn more.
Yeah, it's just fun.
It is fun. Yeah, and then it's Friday.
I get all the short ones.
You do.
Awesome. So we had a late start. Why did we have a late start?
Because it ended up being quite a late night, I think.
Oh, it was a late night. Yes, we didn't get home till late. All right. And Nicki was working on the website and updating videos and putting up recommended books to read.
Yes.
Yep. So I set up a basic page, and I'm teaching Nicki how to make some basic edits, which is really cool.
Yep.
New skills.
Yep. It's all about learning. Keep our brain active. Keep learning. Yep.
Yeah, it is. It is. Got to stay active and learn. And yes, we went and had dinner. We had an awesome dinner with a Swedish family, which we met at. Was it conference or was it at the Bitcoin Beach meetup?
No, conference.
Was it conference?
Yes.
And then we met them at the meetup as well.
Yes.
Yes. So we met them at conference, and then we met them at the Bitcoin Beach meetup post conference, and we were both really keen to meet up before they went away. So basically, the day before, roughly, before they were going to fly out, we drove out to the airport to meet them and have dinner with them.
Yeah.
And it was cool to have a chat without the pressure of everything else. So.
And they've been living a Bitcoin standard life for the last few years. I mean, quite some time, which is amazing. They've got 2 children, and it
was very inspirational. Yeah. It was actually part of the motivating us. Like, we need to get the books up because we need to be talking about this more, because we're meeting people who are further down the road than us, and due to just life situation being here, we're moving further into that life as well, which is really cool. Because it's easier here, which is awesome. And we want to start helping other people understand what, why, and how. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's good. Saturday, oh my gosh, Saturday was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we had an early morning start. We went and picked up another fellow Bitcoiner that's from Canada and his 3-year-old son. And it was really cool because they're only here for a short time. They're actually heading home today or tomorrow, or heading back to Canada. They're trying to sort out their residency and things to get here. We picked them up and we went back to Lago de Ilapango, and we found a great park there that we can go to, and we're able to pay with Bitcoin. We're planning to meet another 2 families from our community here down at the park. So we got there first because we didn't have people to really young children organise. We
had less to organise, but we had people to pick up, so we left early to pick them up.
Yeah, so we missed maybe a bit more of the traffic. Ilapango is stunning. It's the most beautiful, beautiful lake. And so the main reason was actually, one of the reasons was to get my wingboard out. So we took all our wing gear. We had a picnic. The wind sort of started picking up about lunchtime, which was great. So I got out and got on the board. Had a few runs, not huge, nearly a little bit more wind or even a bigger wing is my next thing, as I'm thinking maybe I'm going to need to get a big wing. But the water is flat, calm. It's absolutely stunning. Our friend and his child had a really good time. Friends who were meant to come also brought dogs, and this park doesn't allow you to have dogs in it. So they couldn't go. So they actually went to a different part of Ilapango. So we ended up things we packed up and went and caught up with them. Yeah, but it was really amazing. Like they've got all these little tour boats, and everybody's got the Salvadoran flag. Everyone's really proud. It's what we discussed is everyone is really proud to be Salvadoran here. You know, they have the flags. They've got Salvador on their boats.
Yep.
It's really, really amazing. It's not something you would see very often in New Zealand. I mean, you would definitely, if there's a rugby game, you'll have people flying the flags on their cars.
But everyday people just hanging out, like wearing Salvadoran colours, Salvadoran flags, like that's not normal in New Zealand, but it's awesome to see here.
Yeah.
And it just goes with, it helps us understand why the lights to enter Surf City are designed to look like flags, because it's this patriotic thing that's happening. And so many Salvadorans just naturally do it, which is really cool and inspiring to see.
Yeah. No, it is really good. And then we headed back to the city, dropped our friend off, and then headed back home. We were pretty exhausted by the end of the day, but it was just stunning. It felt like to me I was kind of on a tropical island. You know, I got that feeling there.
Yeah.
Did you get the pumice? You know, even though it's not sand, but it's pumicey, so it's all white. The water was clear. We didn't have the pounding waves that you do at the beach. I mean, the beaches are beautiful, but it's just different. It is different. So if anyone knows much about Ilapango, please put in the comments, because I'd love to know more about, you know.
Yeah.
I've been trying to redo a little bit of research, and I hear it's quite, maybe quite an active volcano in the Crater Lake itself. I'm not, so I'm trying to get a little bit more information, but please, you know, share what information you have. And that was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
We got a second run at the lights with the flags as well coming in. So it was twice this week.
Yeah. All
right. And Sunday. So Sunday we pretty much get back into work again. But we did a few things in amongst it all, which was really cool.
Yeah.
So we had an easy morning and worked on the website a bit more. Then we purchased agua de coco from our local vendors at the bottom of the hill there, just past the roundabout, which is awesome. They accept Bitcoin.
Malang y Cocos.
Yep.
So,
normally from sort of Wednesday to Sunday and 10 until 4 sort of thing, roughly, give or take, hit or miss. Then we went to Nicki went to the beach for a massage and a swim.
I did. So yes, I had a bit of a
luxurious morning.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the massage was luxurious, to be honest. It was different, but that's okay. The swim was amazing.
Yeah.
But I must admit, I wasn't as sore because I got stuck out in the lake because the wind died and I had to paddle back. It was a long paddle.
Yeah.
It was a long paddle. Yeah, and I was quite tired by the end of it, and so my shoulders and my arms were quite sore. So, I wouldn't. Yeah, it was a different massage. I haven't experienced a massage quite like that before.
I had to go with Nicki's paddleboard gear, and I paddled out into the lake, and the wind stopped, and the wingboard, and so I was out there for about 20 minutes, just sitting there waiting for the wind. So it wasn't my lucky day. No. I did a lot of paddling too, but anyway, it's quite funny. And then we went and visited our neighbours. So we caught up with the Bavardis, and that was awesome. Hadn't done that for a while, so it was pretty cool to have a catch up and a chat and just enjoy Sunday. And then we had a lovely housewarming barbecue with the Two People in Paradise.
Yes.
So if you check out their channel, you'll see that they've just moved.
There's a group of us all. Went around. We're invited around. We had a great barbecue. They got a great little spot where they are. So they're not quite in the same place as we are. They're in a different, different gated community, but they're still in San Blas, which is awesome.
And that was great. A whole heap of the locals turned up, and we had a really good time. It was awesome, guys. It was really cool. And that's pretty much it.
All right. Okay. So before we go into the questions, just a reminder about signing up to our newsletter and getting the one of, if you sign up every month, we draw out someone who has signed up and they get a free 45-minute video call with James and I, just to, I suppose, talk about our life here in El Salvador, or if you've got questions or anything like that. So it's just a really great one-on-one if you want more information. Also, if you sign up for our newsletter, as well as retweet or reshare our Cambo Bail videos that we've done, then you'll go into the draw to win a 2-night accommodation up there, including a volcano hike, as well as a coffee tour, which is amazing. And it's just tranquil, absolutely incredible up there. So absolutely do that. And we've got books on the website. So we can now share, we're sharing books that we read, that we get there, and it's really good value. So you can now have a look at what books we're sharing on the website. Yeah, which is good. So,
all right. So I've been keeping an eye on the questions coming in, and hello, Amo, welcome, thank you. Oh, well, you've mentioned that your name is Sylvia, and you're in San Salvador, which is awesome. Nice to meet you too, and thanks for loving El Salvador. Thank you for having us in El Salvador. I'll come back to Donaldo, but you mentioned that you don't understand the use of Bitcoin, and you know that your English is not fluent. So what's the best way for you to understand Bitcoin? And we have a great answer. Well, I think we have a great answer. And we would recommend taking a look at My First Bitcoin, or Mi Primer Bitcoin. And I will put, if you go to our website, I've got a link to the PDF, which is actually a free course on how to use it.
It is in Spanish, so which is great.
Yes,
so
it's in Spanish.
In English, yeah.
Yes, a good point. That was what I was meant to say that, but it's in Spanish, and they also do in-person classes if you would like to go and actually learn in person, and talk to real people about it in Spanish, which would be good.
Yes.
Okay, so I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Donaldo, about Bitcoin Map. Hi, Donaldo. Thank you for all your questions and your support. About Bitcoin Map, any ideas if there is any project at this point? Yes, there is.
Yeah, there's 2 at the moment, isn't there? I was thinking of the Bitcoin Beach map. Right. But there's also the Bitcoin Map.
Yes. So I can't remember the domain name for a generic one, but I will find it, and I need to update the description with that. And if you use the Bitcoin Beach wallet, they have a map in there as well. But of course, it's largely limited to Bitcoin Beach wallet users, not generic. So I think it's Bitcoin Map or btcmap.org. Share anybody's Bitcoin business on there. And I'll update that. I'll get back to you on that.
And hi, Bastian. Greetings. So thank you for saying that. And Donato, again, yes, the house is a lot more comfortable for 2 people in paradise. They've got a bit more space. They've got some walls, and they've got a swimming pool, and their dog is allowed in there. So that's really, really cool. So that's great.
Dog's allowed in the house and the pool.
Yeah.
Eddie, hey guys, nice to see you again. Thank you, Eddie. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Okay. And Bastian is providing some advice in Spanish there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bastian, for recommending some videos.
For Sylvia. Yeah, that's awesome.
We appreciate that. That's it. Thank you. We've hit our coming up to 30 minutes now, and we try to keep these at 30 minutes or less. Yeah. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Do you want to throw in any tips or anything?
No, I can't think of it. No, I didn't. I wasn't organised. That's
unusual.
Okay. That's unusual.
Right, yeah.
Yes. Sorry about that, guys.
Yep. For me, it is just the standard Lightning. Get out there, use it, ask businesses if they accept Bitcoin Lightning.
Yeah.
Because that is the best way to help adoption. And one thing that we learned is that it would be really good to get a lot of women on
board. Absolutely. Because if we think about it, women pretty much are responsible for 80% of the household spend. This is worldwide. So and a lot to do with their household savings as well. So if women are the ones starting to understand Bitcoin and understanding the Bitcoin Lightning Network and how it uses, and start going and talking to the places they're going, whether it's hair salons or beauty salons or grocery stores, then of course more people are going to start adopting it. And one thing for the merchants to realize is the fact if you get paid in Bitcoin, you don't actually get taxed on that. So you do have a VAT, but you don't have the tax.
Maybe I would consult a accountant on that.
Yeah,
just to make sure.
Yeah, but that's what we've been told. So, but there are definitely tax benefits by accepting Bitcoin. Yeah. So, especially here in El Salvador.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. I think we're done.
Oh, and you're telling
Yes.
Sylvia.
Thank you, Bastian, for helping out.
Great.
You guys can DM us on Twitter or Instagram if you want to get
more questions.
And ask us stuff on that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. Have
an
a great
awesome week.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.